Hi everybody, welcome back to today's edition of Collecting Canadian Cavalry and Armour. Today, as you can see, we're going to look at some coveralls. Now, the winter of 1944-45 was particularly chilly in Europe, uncommonly cold apparently. So, the Armored Corps came out with these wonderful coveralls for the guys. The canvas on the outside, wool like the battle dress on the inside, and on the arms and the elbows and stuff, there was even a waterproofing material. You can kind of hear it crunching a little bit maybe in there because it's starting to get old. The cool thing about these, and you can see there's several zippers on here, and we'll move some for you in a sec here. You can manipulate the zippers, move stuff around a little bit, and actually turn them into coveralls without even getting them, not coveralls they should say, but sleeping bag, without even getting out of these things, which would be really nice for those cold nights. Sleeping there in Northwest Europe. Would imagine you get a little gamey if you never got out of there, but you know what I mean. It's nobody wants to get out of the sleeping bag when it's cold and snowy. I know I sure as heck didn't. You can also see we've got the khaki web belt and the issue tanker's holster. Now this one has been cut down. Usually they drop down much lower, but if you do that, you really can't access this pocket. So a lot of guys cut them down like this. It's still a little bit harder to find, the tanker holsters. And like I said, the drop holster there, they're around, but they're expensive. You know, you're looking at probably about $200, $250 to pick those up. And that's in April of 2024. Now you can see here, now, yes, I do have, but it's all plastic. I don't have any real firearms in my collection at all. Too big a hassle, but that's just me. But we do have a period Second World War lanyard, so you don't lose your pistol. That's always a very bad thing to do. And even though this is supposed to be a Webley, the tanker's one didn't have the hammer on it because that would get caught on things. So anyway, it just makes for a nice display. And you can see where the bullets would. So your extra 6 shots would be right there. Now, you'll see in this setup that we have the tanker's radio, intercom and microphone and stuff set up here. Nice long drop cord that would plug into the number 19 set, which was used in the tanks and the armored vehicles during World War II. You see at the top here, we've got the black beret with the old Armored Corps hat badge. That way we're not, favoring one particular regiment over another. We're trying to be very, very even Steven here. Now, like I said, the cool thing is, and I'm just trying to, this will also flip up. The collar flips up for those really cold times when you're up there in the turret. And you can see that we have little belt, like little buckles and stuff to help keep that from around your neck. So, you stay warmer that way. And this set, it's got everything on it, which was really nice. Nobody's tried to steal any of the buttons or anything. So just trying to move this over a little bit. You can see some of the zippers. You can bring these down. I'm surprised that some of them are still working pretty well. If it's a little too warm, you can open this up. Get a little draft. And was waiting for that to happen. But you can see inside here, you can peel this back just to wear your shirt if you're a little bit too warm. Got inside pockets. So these are really, you can spend all day playing with this thing. But it's a wonderful part to my collection. Very happy to have it. I was contacted many, many years ago by a friend of mine up in the Petrolia area. I think he's passed on now, God rest his soul. And made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I've had these in my collections for quite a while. But again, very, very neat. This one, unfortunately, is not named anywhere, so I can't follow up in any provenance. But you can tell by the condition that they've that these things have definitely been well used. So, yeah, like I said, very fortunate to have these in my collection. And a very cool piece of Canadian Armored Corps history right there. And you know that there's a wonderful photo of Major Curry, who won the Victoria Cross in the Falls of Gap, wearing the set just exactly like this. So it's, like I said, if you can find them, wonderful piece to your collection. let's look at something a little bit smaller. Kind of a nice addition to this. Well, you guys know me by now, and all the weird stuff that I collect has got anything to do with tanks or armor or cavalry, any of that kind of stuff. So I was talking to a fellow out of Australia who had this guy, Fort Garry horse, action figure. They're not dolls, they're action figures. And the reason I wanted to pick this thing up is because it's wearing the same set of coveralls that I have. It just makes for a kind of a nice little addition to your collection. So you're displaying, the real thing, and then here's the 1/6 scale action figure wearing the same stuff. Now you see in this one though, this guy's a member of the Fort Garry horse from out in Winnipeg. Old Fort Garry's was part of Winnipeg and still is. Wonderful bunch of guys, and we talked about them before a couple of times. They're still in existence. We didn't lose them from the Corps, and a great bunch of guys. And here's just a little historical thing to match. Now, this fellow in Australia, and we'll do a short, and I'll mention his name then. As you know, me at my age, I even forget my own name sometimes. So he made this wonderful base as well, and got the little sign there. It's got everything. And so if you're going to display stuff like this, it's always nice to put the background there. I just thought it was a wonderful addition to the full-size one. So eventually, when I get to put all my stuff out, this will be part of that display. And I think it kind of adds a little bit. Could probably get one of my spare Fort Garry horse badges, put them on here too. That's a nice thing about collecting and setting up your displays. You can use your imagination. And the nice thing is, it's your collection, it's your display. You do whatever the heck you want, because everybody is going to tell you how you should do it. Do what makes you happy. Life is too short not to. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Something, again, a little bit different. You know me, I like the uniforms and heck, I just like it all. I got to be honest. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you never know. Maybe we'll start collecting tanker dolls, action figures. Anyway, happy collecting.